Introduced in Congress. He's a member of the House Judiciary and Budget Committees. Congressman, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks so much.
So this is expected to potentially be introduced as early as today, the taxing on web purchases. How likely is it that a bill like this could pass?
Well, it's certainly no end in sight to the ability of this Congress to raise taxes in any shape, form, or fashion. And at some point you have to say enough is enough. I think all levels of government are too big right now, and they just need to learn to live within those means, not look for new ways to increase revenue at this point when folks are suffering across the country.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at we've heard things like new gas taxes, all kinds of ways to collect revenue, because I know on a state-by-state basis, many of the states are facing major fiscal deficits. Walk me through what the implication might mean for the states, for the constituents in your state, Mississippi.
Well, certainly, I'm not sure what percentage of folks do online shopping, but I know most everybody probably has done that. And I think you probably hit the nail right on the head. You're going to have to add not only new employees and work and cost in the retailer level, which is going to cost the price of those goods naturally to go up, and that cost being passed on to the consumers. You're going to add another level of bureaucracy in the government in order to track these things, too. So at some point, we're really hurting ourselves, and it's hurting citizens across the country. And this is another example, too, of why you had all the tax protesters across the country last week. At some point, they say, okay, we've got to stop. Government's big enough. We can work within our means, and we're asking families to do that. You would think we could ask our government to do that also.
Great point. Work within our means, something I think we've all forgot about. You voted on the Cramdown bill, speaking of which. First of all, explain to people what exactly is the Cramdown bill, and why did you vote nay?
Well, I voted against the Cramdown provision when we came through hearings in the Judiciary Committee and on the floor. And that is where you're allowing bankruptcy judges to rewrite contracts that folks had entered into. What this is going to do is allow a bankruptcy judge to say that the contract that you entered into is no longer valid. We're going to adjust the amount. For instance, if you had a home that was worth $350,000 when you bought it, but the housing market went down, it's now worth, say, $250,000, the judge is just going to now say you owe that amount. And it creates another level of problems. It creates issues that I believe it'll definitely hurt mortgage-backed securities, and it will create an uncertainty among the lenders that I think they have to probably increase the costs that will probably be passed on to all folks that are trying to do right and get through this by paying their mortgages. But future mortgages, I'd anticipate, would probably come in maybe at a higher interest rate.
All right.
If this cram-down provision happens.
Congressman, before I let you go, just quickly here, people like Citigroup have supported that bill and have said that they are willing to go to the courts to renegotiate or modify some mortgages. If more lenders say that they'll agree, would you consider passing it?
Well, I can't see anything in it right now that would make me want to pass it. Of course, we'll always try to look at any legislation that comes through and make the right call. But at this point, I think it's a bad idea for the country.
All right. Well, Congressman Gregg Harper, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.